Get on in here, get on in here. Please hit that like button. Once you hit that like button, you'll be open to a plethora of videos and movies and television things that I have done. Y'all, I'm sitting over here discombobulated because, baby, I just did a stunt shows and shenanigan episode Saturday. Look like I'm gonna have to start doing them in the midweek because y'all are cutting the hell up. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you welcome to another episode of Stunts, Shows, and Shenanigans, where we review the stunts, the shows, and the shenanigans. So, what am I talking about today? You see the thumbnail. Baby, the Combs dynasty is crumbling before us. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Now, let me just get into this. Just overall, what has happened. We have had Sean Puffy, aka Diddy, aka Brother Love, aka all of his homes, Los Angeles, New York, Florida, well, Miami, excuse me, but it is in Florida, but they were all raided by Homeland Security, baby. They were raided. Sean Puffy Combs, Diddy Combs was nowhere to be found. It is my understanding, now this is allegedly, but they had tracked his private plane and they stopped it or brought it down somewhere around Antigua, down in the Caribbean, and they said that he was on his way to Cape Verde, which had no extradition policy with the United States. Now that's what they say. But let's get into the article, baby. Let me tell you something. Uh Sean was wrong. Because how you gonna leave your babies there to get arrested? But let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. We're gonna go over a couple of hours. Gonna start with TMZ. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen, y'all, because it's a whole lot of going on here. Now, this is TMZ's article. As you can see, can you see? Can I see? Can you see? You can see. All right. We have Diddy's home in LA and Miami raided by federal agents. And there they go. There they go. Exclusive, exclusive, exclusive. I think this is a whole gallery and we'll launch it later. It says this is an update, the 2:52 p.m. PT. The scene at Diddy's Los Angeles appears to be winding down, and a new photo obtained by TMZ just show how bustling it was with law enforcement activity. Let's get into it. Let's get into the story, and we'll come back up to the updates. So this is Sean. I think this is Christian, and this is Justin. TMZ has obtained a wait a minute now that's the thing. Why don't you put the stuff at the bottom? Okay. Let me stop sharing this screen because it's this. We'll come back to TMZ, but let's get to this article. All right, this is by The Guardian. It says federal agents raid multiple properties of Sean Diddy Combs while the musician faces several lawsuits alleging sexual assault. It was not clear if he was the target of investigation. The Department of Homeland Security confirmed on Monday that agents have raided properties in Los Angeles, Miami, and New York. NBC News and local stations in Los Angeles and Miami first reported the activities Combs property on Monday. Federal Homeland Security investigation agents and other law enforcement were conducting searches of property as a part of a sex trafficking investigation by federal authorities in New York. Now, if you don't understand what that's coming from, back in November, Cassie, who was Diddy's longtime girlfriend, sued him for approximately $30 million. And part of what she mentioned was some uh, sexual activity, illegal sexual activity. And then that brought the floodgates of cases. You had a college student that sued Diddy. You had another young lady who claimed that she was underage. And I think that was the lawsuit with Aaron Hall, who is the front man for Guy. And then lastly, here a month ago, you had Little Rock sued Puff Daddy for lost wages and all of these other things. And in each one of those lawsuits, they mentioned uh, SA trafficking and all of these little different things. So once I think this last lawsuit plus Cassie's lawsuit, those two had more details about certain things that were going on in places that he was going and things like that. And the other two lawsuits were pretty much like an isolated incident. But let's get on. That's where all of this is coming from. It is not clear whether Combs was the target of the investigation. The officials were not authorized to publicly discuss details of the investigation and spoke to the AP on condition of anonymity. The exact reason for the raids remain unclear. Earlier today, Homeland Security investigations executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI, Los Angeles, Homeland Security in Miami, and other local law enforcements. Baby, swarmed it. When they swarmed the house in Los Angeles, they arrested Christian Combs and they also arrested Justin Combs and a couple of other people. It is my understanding that there were people at each one of those homes and they were all taken into custody as well. The musician is facing, this is Sean, is facing multiple civil lawsuits over alleged sexual assault and sex trafficking. Last year, he settled a lawsuit with his former girlfriend, singer Cassie, who accused him of physical and sexual abusing her for years. Combs denied all of these allegations. A lawyer for Combs was not readily available for comment. Let me tell y'all something. This is a complete and utter mess. I'm going to go back to the TMZ article. And basically, what I'm going to do with the TMZ article, we're just going to go over some of the pictures. And then I'm going to ask y'all what y'all think. Y'all put it down there in the comments. Because this is a mess. This is a mess. Now, I told y'all earlier, and I don't know if it was who brought the plane down or whatever, but his plane landed somewhere in I think it was a Bermudan, but wherever it was, it was in the country of Antigua. So they landed. Now this is Justin and this is King Combs, Christian Combs. These are his sons. This boy mama right here, she got on Twitter or IG going off on Diddy. Oh, this was probably sometime last year. And because she was saying that you're not going to send my baby to the pits of HELL. But baby, you might be just a tad too late. You might be just a tad too late. So let's see. Let's launch this gallery. Let's see what's going on. Shout out to TMZ. This is the feds over at his Los Angeles home. Homeland Security. See there's Justin. See he's over here. He's in ties. There's a Christian. There are other people too. They had a helicopter when I saw it earlier today, but these are good pictures. We have these two. There they go. They're at the home. Mess. Right. Get out of there. So here's another scene of all the police and the different law enforcement at the house. Safe to say they went in, locked it, loaded. My goodness, TMZ is really going off. At 1:42 p.m., TMZ obtained extra footage of cops on the scene near Diddy's home, and it looks like officers shut down the entire area with helicopters swarming above. And I think some of those are news helicopters because I saw a lot of news footage from there. This is a video, but I'm not going to pay TMZ's video on here. And this is the rating in Miami. You know, he has his Miami home on Star Island. So, and that's one of those islands where you got to go by boat. You can't get to it by cars too quick, but you can get to it. But baby, it says law enforcement sources tell TMZ that this case is being handled out of the Southern District of New York. So they are running around here trying to find that information. And see, this is the view right here. This is the view that I saw when I was watching this afternoon, actually. This is the view that I saw. I don't know who this man right here in blue is. It doesn't look like Sean Puffy Combs. Now I've been told that he was down in he was on his plane and he left last night on his plane. Did he get wind? We do not know. But we know that he was not there when his sons was arrested in that home. And then you got to think about his children too. What about those girls? Who got the girls? Where are the girls staying? Child, a mess. A mess, a mess. And the same thing, they're raiding the mansion. Is this a video of them going in? They're going in locked and loaded. Now, I hate to do this, but let's not play no
Breaking.
sound. But this is Sky Fox Live. This is them in the home. This is part of the footage that I saw before uh, of them raiding the house, going into the house. But that's just a side house. This is the look how big that mansion is. There's no way in the world. They really, really, truly, that's a big house to be raiding. But we're gonna stop this. There they go. Locked and loaded, as they say. Now, who is this they're bringing out? Because there's a woman right there, a man. There's a lot of people that they're bringing out. All right, people. We're not going to share too much more of this. All right, let's stop sharing. Tell me what y'all think about all of this. You can see all those videos and things like that. TMZ, shout out TMZ, shout out to The Guardian with their coverage of it. What are y'all thinking about this? Baby. The stunts apparently came throughout the years with Puff Daddy and his parties and all of these other stuff. And now we got the shows where the police have raided, at Homeland Security has raided this place, and the shenanigans, because honey, the way it was reported earlier today, uh how Sean Puffy Combs got on that plane and was flying out of here. He was fixing to leave his whole family and everything else so that the feds wouldn't get him. And baby, they caught his butt down in Antigua somewhere. So I don't know if he was on the plane in Antigua, but they did ground his plane in Antigua. And that's the big shenanigan. How you gonna sit up here and leave your whole family to have to go through all of this? And even if you had a heads up, why you didn't tell your family? A mess, a doggone mess. But we will see what's all this going on. We're going to see what Homeland Security says that they pull out. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to continue to follow this story. But let me tell y'all something. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think about all of this, all of these shenanigans and stuff like that that's going on with a lot of these celebrities and things like that. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. And who else do you think should be quaking in their boots right about now? Because those lawsuits put out a lot of different people. Who else do you think should be quaking in their boots right now with all of this mess and stuff going on? Again, we do this every week. Please like, please comment, and subscribe. It's free and it helps with my engagement. I appreciate it. Make sure you share this video if you care. And if you and if your heart desires, become a member, because I've got some members only stuff and I've got some stuff in my Insomniac podcast and Insomniac's podcast that are for members and members only, except for the first three, but that's to get you to come in. All right. Again, please tell a friend, tell your kin, tell your coworker, tell that heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos. And as always, people, bye-bye.